Do I really have what it takes? What if I lose my way? Is it really worth it? Will everything come crashing down?
These two are back again?
No. Without this competition, I would have never met Dexter or dreamed of reaching for the stars. Let's burn as bright as we can, Dexter, till the very end. One spark is all it takes to ignite the stars! I really have what it takes? What if I lose my way? Is it really worth it? Will everything come crashing down?
These two are back again?
No.
How far will they
Without
get
this
time?
competition,
Guess we'll have to
I
wait
would
and
have
see.
never met Dexter or dreamed of reaching for the stars. Let's burn as bright as we can, Dexter, till the very end.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and this is another night, and this is Blazing Championship Season 1, powered by Blazing Shadow Esports and sponsored by Vistas, and broadcasting and media partner is Indian Gaming Corps. And with that, we're going to be proceeding with tonight's match, and it's a best of three series to determine the third place in this tournament. After all, the finals is tomorrow, and we'll get our winner and the first runner up. So we'll see our second runner up today. Anyways, I'm going to be your caster, Ray, and joining me would be the amazing caster, Sarah herself. So, Sarah, hello there.
Hello, hello, and it has definitely been a long time since I've casted with you, Ray, and fantastic job with the hosting at NEC. We were all so happy to see you on stage there. But coming
Thank
back
you.
to today's games, we are going to see two amazing teams. Senju got one ball versus Giyattt. And Senju got one ball here. They have got some amazing players. Amocha Sarangtem, a very famous and popular streamer, going to be going in with his team, with Senju from Ohio will also be playing along with him, and some other members who we won't be naming just now, but those who know, they know.
Indeed. And hopefully, our viewers who are tuning in are looking forward to that as well. And guys, please invite your friends and everybody to watch the stream because we're going to be heading into the draft phase right now to see what strategies they're cooking up right now. Because I'm just waiting to see. Because Senju got one ball yesterday, they were able to give eliminators their run for their money, but at the end, eliminators were able to proceed. So let's see if they're going to be able to secure that third place after all. And also, Giyattt were doing a really good performance against LCF as well. Or yes, LCF as well. So let's see how both of these strong teams proceed to play against each other. And Sarah, thank you so much. I appreciate your compliments. But anyways, we are into the draft.
Anytime, Ray. And today's draft, I feel it is going to be really amazing because both of these teams, they've got such a vast hero pool that target bans wouldn't exactly be playing the trick for either of them. And they will really need to pick up those standard bans and go in for something like a joy ban, a fanny ban, Suyoban, because we have seen Amocha play out that hero against Dakusena repetitively in every single match and clean sweeping that series to move up to this third place decider right here. And like we were talking about, the Joy and Fanny, they have already been banned out. Coming next, it could be a Matilda, it could be a Bruno, it could be a side laner, possibly the Giyattt. Any of those are very much possible.
Exactly. You just almost described their decision making actually what they should honestly do. And that's basically what they're following through right now. And I'm looking forward to what they have in store because so far we're almost done with the band section and we'll be seeing our first pick. Right now, I feel like both of these teams they prefer the Granger over like the Bruno right now, as far as I've seen them in this tournament so far.
Exactly. And as we were talking, right, the Suyo, Fanny, and Join, they have been respect banned by both of these teams. And the Hilda and Juxian ban, I once again agree that they are both very, very annoying heroes. Possibly the two main concerns for annoying the enemy's squishy heroes, right? Hilda and Juxin just so very irritating. But on towards the pick phase, we will be seeing the Matilda getting picked up by Team Senju. But here, Team Giyattt will have the opportunity on picking up the Bruno. Of course, it get picks up, but now Team Senju can answer that with the Layla trying to copy down Kelra from M6 or even pick up the Granger if it's possible. The Giyattt is still in their inventory and can definitely be picked up on towards the EXP lane, or they could go in with the Hylos with the Matilda. Okay, I suppose Ray is having a bit of a technical issues, so we will be carrying on with the game as of now. The pick phase is still running down the clock for Team Senju, and they're taking their sweet time to decide on the possible heroes. We definitely gave out our predictions, and we will be seeing some of those heroes getting picked up. Of course, who can forget the Sicilian, the monster mage on towards the mid lane getting picked up right away. And as for now, Team Giyattt doesn't really have that kind of a dive potential except for the Phoveus, who is just a means of engage and doesn't have a disengage potential as such. So they really need to pick up on something which is going to take down that Sicilian, but instead they decide to take away a Vexana pick in their draft. This reminds me of today's match, FNOP versus TLID game number 4, and things were looking really interesting there. But then again, we don't know what is going to be the outcome of this one right here. As on towards the second ban phase, we should be seeing those EXP lane bans coming in, the Giyattt, the High Lords getting banned out, or even the Assassins to be banned out in respect of Amocha being able to play them really well. From the side of Team Senju, though, we might be seeing a Carmilla ban coming in, as it is one of the best combinations, along with the Vexana and the Phoveus, or even something like a Tigreal could be banned out, considering the fact they might go in for those setup tanks. But then again, they are taking their time. They are taking the time to decide on what they want to ban out. Do they want to prioritize the gold laner and put some frontline support for them, and while banning out a kind of support in case Team Giyattt decides to go in for that alpha and a healer combination, even though the Matilda has been picked up by Team Senju, so they will really have to think on what they can actually pick up here. But as we can see, not really much going to be coming in. But oh, we were talking about it, and the alpha gets banned out. That is going to be the caster's curse working right away. But for the last ban of Team Giyattt is going to be the Khalid, which does leave the high loss still open for the side of Team Senju to pick up, and that might just potentially be a very good pick considering they have the Matilda. They also have the Sicilian, who has the Sanguine Claws to help pull in enemies into Hylos's range of his second skill and use up that slowdown to take them down. As for now, we definitely talked about the Carmilla ban, and it got banned out left and right, so no more combos coming in from the side of Team Giyattt. They could still go in for a setup tank, though, try to pick off that Matilda before a major team fight, so as Team Senju can't be able to heal up as much as possible, as much as they would like to. But then again, it all depends on what these teams are thinking. They could go in for an assassin here. A Ling and Hayabusa still just as good to mark down the Sicilian and the Granger in this lane, but instead they decide to pick up on a Kufra, which then again, it's a bit of a risky move, because that kind of a setup tank, sure, it can catch down the Matilda and stop her from using her guiding winds on time, but then again, if she plays on that Purify, she's just going to be healing her team away and taking them away with the guiding winds, while the Kufra will be left to die in the middle of a team fight, since he doesn't have that kind of a disengage potential. As for Team Senju here, we should be seeing a potential assassin pick coming in, but no, then again, they do need a fighter to burn down the Phobius. The Xbox might just work wonders in this kind of a rough, and I think we have Ray right back with us. So, Ray, would you like to say something?
First of all, I would really like to apologize, Sarah, for leaving you all alone. I had a little internet issue on my end, but I'm already back. And looks like we are almost done with the draft. And let me just analyze what has happened so far. Okay, looking at the bands. Okay, understandable, all meta-worthy bands, but okay, Khalid, that's I'm not really that much of into it. But anyways, Senju got one ball, has Granger, Matilda, and Sicilian. That is quite interesting to say the least. And on the other hand, Giyattt, their draft is also looking good, but I just feel like the Matilda, Sicilian, and Granger might be a little bit too overwhelming for Team Giyattt right now. At least that's what I believe, in my humble opinion.
Exactly so. The Fredrin coming in along with a Kufra and Vexana, a bit of a smart choice, I would say, especially against the Hayabusa, since he will be like, be unable to catch off just one of them with three frontliners sitting in his face. And if he gets taunted even once, there's more than enough burst coming in from the Vexana as well as the Bruno to just take him down in an instant. So he would really have to be fast with his hands. You know what I mean there. And then again, the Edith pick coming in against the Phobius. Going to be good. Definitely a good matchup to see. But the Phobius does have those interrupts with his second skill. So the Primal Guardian will have to be played out safely if she wants to be melting down that Phobius.
Definitely both. Just like you said, Hayabusa would be having a lot of trouble, but at the same time, Granger and Sicilian, they'll be able to maintain their distance quite well, as well as the fact that they have the Matilda. So it would come down to a lot of the execution, but Senju got one ball and they already have such a good lineup and team composition. But, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are already in on Blazing Championship Season 1, and this is the Land of Dawn. And we are seeing Senju got one ball versus Team Giyattt competing for its second runner up. Yes, the third place in this tournament. And I'm going to be your caster, Ray. And joining me is the amazing Sarah herself. And I'm so happy to be casting with her again. But anyways, let's see what this game have in store for us. Both of the draft looking decent. But I feel like the early game, let's see. We'll get the answer soon because look at that. The Sicilian? Oh my god. So aggressive.
Exactly so. So, with that, we are already on towards this land of dawn. And both of these teams seem to be starting out pretty strong. That Granger out there stealing away his jungler's farm, but it's okay. He's got that jungler going in towards the top lane, so he can just prioritize the bot lane all for himself. Have a cozy home in that lane while getting ganked by three others, but it's okay. Golden is just a struggle, if you know what I mean. But here, Team Giyattt will be the ones moving towards the turtle now, but Hayabusa is already in position. And the mid. Okay, but look at that. The Kufra engaging on towards Coconut already, while Coconut is also giving the revenge punches on towards Vexana. So definitely here, both of these teams are going to be poking each other out, and here Haya would just be looking for that easy steal. The bats and feast comes into play, and as well as the Eternal Lord, but a quick sidestep of that will definitely help the Sicilian to reposition. But the bad impact hitting that Kufra a little too low. He is going to be chunked down very, very low and will have to back off. Redrian is going to be the sole survivor of the team fight.
Oh,
Doesn't manage to take the turtle. The first blood comes in from the side of Steam Senju. They manage to secure two. Phobius is still giving his life. They get three in that team fight. While the side of Team Giyattt loses out that team fight pretty badly and just gets one in exchange.
it is mad impressive how Vexana and Sicilian. You think that in that matchup, Vexana has an early lead, but okay, bot lane, even more aggression coming in. And look at the damage already coming in from Sicilian alone. That is the amount of like Senju got one ball. They're really playing it aggressive. Despite what you will think that they have the late game of a mid control, no, they are not afraid. They are just showing that you can do anything with your hero. And okay, bot lane.
Okay, look at that. Kufra managing to escape with less than a slither of his HP. Granger stealing away the turtle pretty well. That's what the Rhapsody does so well. And look at that, the circling eagle connects along with the guiding winds, but a quick flicker not enough to save Oi as the Death Sonata is going to be taking him down. The turret damage will take down Granger. A little too aggressive there, and the team wasn't on time to provide enough backup. But look at that, the Bat's Feast once again used up. Haya looking to use up his shadows cleverly, but both of the members. Okay, but the Edith at the back line catches down the Fredrin. Will be looking for the Earth Shatter to connect, as well as her ultimate will be dealing enough damage to take down the Fredrin once again. Oi will be in danger. Shouldn't be coming out alone to fight a Sicilian and a Hayabusa on her face, and she will safely be backing off for now.
This is impressive. The momentum that Senju is playing, it is very different from Giyattt right now. Because if you noticed, he is rotated to the bot lane just to take down Fredrin, knowing that the turtle contest is what matters for their team. Because they want to have the early aggression. And look at the top lane, another circling eagle coming in.
Exactly so, and Phoebus once again getting caught out so very low, but will manage to heal somehow using up his vengeance. And now Edith will be the one who has to back up. Sicilian giving an excellent amount of backup to his EXP laner here. Okay, but the Outshada connects once again, but it wouldn't be enough to take down the Phoebus, and they will be looking for the disengage because the turtle is up though, and here we will see a catfight coming in left and right. The Kufra trying to zone out the Hayabusa, but getting poked down by that Rhapsody. Gets the Skypius into action. Mega kill for the Hayabusa, and now the Circling Eagles connects on towards Oi. Will be taking them down. 2 dead. Third one down, and the fourth one is looking quite low and will not be able to survive that. The turtle taken away for none. A massive W for the side of Team Senju.
How is this game even making logically sense? Because if you look at the draft side, it looks like Senju got one ball. They're going to be playing a little safe into that early game, trying to look for those windows of opportunity to get those kills, try to give Hayabusa a little early lead. Because with the Matilda, most of the time you'd see an Alpha or a Fredrin jungle working out the best, but somehow they're making good use of the Matilda as well as an Assassin Hyper, and they have translated it to a complete domination. Because look at that on bot lane.
Exactly so. In that Bat's Feast, as well as the Rhapsody now will have enough stacks to just be a spammable skill for that Granger. Definitely looking so strong with that composition. They have a huge amount of range at the moment as compared to that of Team Giyattt. They only have the Bruno and the Vexana who can easily get marked out by the Hayabusa during a team fight. And that is where the Sicilian and the Granger are going to have a much easier time poking and dealing the damage, because the Matilda's guiding winds is going to be there to help them reposition in case of any danger coming in.
I mean, in the fact that I am falling for you is just not even able to sustain any of the damage that's coming in. It looks like Haoba might be next, because look at that onto the top lane. Just like I just spoke, a monster kill for this Hayabusa. Amocha is on a 602 right now, and Julius he probably also has the Sky Piercer stack as well. And they are just, look at the map control, look at the amount of aggression. Will they be able to get it? Nope.
Exactly so. No, they just missed by a centimeter right there. The Sonata just falling a little short of that range. Otherwise, the Sky Piercer would definitely have triggered. But look at that. Kufra trying for an engage on towards Shenzhou on that Edith. But she will be safely escaping because she has that Thunderbolt and will have enough sustain to help her successfully escape that 2 versus 1 situation. And look at Hayabusa going in with the Ogi Shadows, but will not be finding it. The taunt coming in very handy and right on time. Team Giyattt here though looking a little bit in better position because the Bruno is now going to get his power spike. He does have 2 of his items, so we could see a possible comeback if the game rolls out too deep. But then again, there's the Sicilian, and Namocha goes in with the shadows, but we'll be looking for a disengage right away. Kufra, Vixana and Bruno, all 3 of them trying to defend the lane, and still Team Senju is getting the upper hand. The Eternal Lord knocks up 3, but the Granger will be finding the kill on towards the Kufra. Definitely not the correct pick here because he's getting poked out way too much before he can even set up for his team. But look at that, the Penguin Claws comes in and Hayabusa on towards the back line, takes down Oli, and Granger here fighting for his life will be managing to escape as Samoja finds a double kill on towards the Phobius. Absolute domination coming in from the members of Team Senju.
What can I say? I mean, Team Giyattt, okay, that is a good engage, but I don't feel like there's just enough backup. The thing of the lineup is that they're very tanky, but right now it doesn't really matter. They're getting shredded, and that is becoming their main weakness because they also don't have enough damage. Their jungler is more of a utility. Their roamer isn't a damage dealer either, and because of that, they're falling off behind really, really hard. And okay, right now looking at the items as well, Matilda has 2 items and Hayabusa is building towards his fort, while Fredrin even hasn't had this privilege of getting the second item. Look at the engage into the blue buff pit.
Okay, but look at that. Hayabusa will find the legendary, but Team Giyattt definitely found one shutdown here onto the Granger in exchange for the death of their tank. So that's a fair advantage, I would say, they would have during the next team fight. But then again, look at Halbam though. He's fighting a 1v3 and sustaining for so long, but that Edith is going to be melting away a Fredrin in a matter of seconds along with that Matilda. That is just how good that Edith pick is on towards the EXP. She is such a slept upon hero. But today in M6 Finals, we definitely saw her potential in the first game as Kirk played her so well. But then again, in this game as well, Shenzu from Ohio showcasing his definite potential.
Makes sense, makes sense. I mean, Senju got 1 ball, but this one probably has more. I do not know like I do not wish to count, but anyways, I really like one thing that I'd like to mention. Coconut built a really good item. It's the fact that he went for the wishing lantern first before then glowing one. Usually that's the standard build, but okay, looks like another engage onto the top lane, but it's not a success. The damage is just a little bit too much. Look at Granger.
Okay, and the Granger going in for with those Death Sonatas left and right. It's not stopping. He has way too many stacks. And it's a complete wipeout coming in from the side of Team Senju as the Lord is going to be marching down the top lane. It's a definite end to this game. Team Giyattt has no chance of making a comeback anymore. They're all dead. The crystal is down already. And the score lead will be a 1-0 for the side of Team Senju as they take away a victory.
Mad insanity, and I feel really sorry for Team Giyattt because their Giyatts were not able to do anything much in this game because the aggression for right from the early minute mark, from the first minute, like Sicilian, you would not expect a Sicilian invading your jungle, especially with a Matilda. When you have like 3 frontliners laying dormant in your lane, it's somehow they showed their absolute dominance and aura right from the beginning of the game. Like, it is very impressive how Senju got 1 ball, did everything, and at the end, 21-3 scoreboard as well as a 11,000 goal lead, and they ended the game in just 10 minutes, clean and swift and disciplined game. Nothing much, not many misplays made. I feel like Granger just died twice, due to a little over aggression, but other than that, a very clean game, and I just feel like if Team Senju got 1 ball, they want to win this series. They have to do something about it in the game too, and they have to make sure that these heroes, the Sicilian Granger, as well as the Matilda, do not go into the hands of Team Senju.
Exactly, so that was a very beautiful victory coming in from the side of Team Senju, and Hayabusa was the one who got the maximum push, that split push potential coming out of an assassin player like him. Definitely outshadowed the Granger's push potential as a goal laner there, whereas Bruno was the one who got 85%, took down 2 turrets on the 2 side lanes, but it wasn't enough for his team to secure a victory for him. And look at the Fredrin, he dealt okay, that's 2% damage dealt by him. That's a bit underwhelming, I would say, for a match in the third place situation of such a big tournament. But then again, good try by the side of Team Giyattt, coming out so far and fighting against one of the best teams in India in this stage. But with that, I think we will be looking to go in towards the next game in just a few minutes.
Exactly, Sarah. We'll be taking a short break and we'll be heading straight into the game number 2 as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned while we take a short break, and do bring your friends and tune in a few minutes as we will come back with game number 2.
Do I really have what it takes? What if I lose my way? Is it really worth it? Will everything come crashing down?
These two are back again?
No.
How far will they get
Without this
time?
competition,
Guess we'll have to
I would have never met Dexter or dreamed of reaching for the stars. Let's burn as bright as we can, Dexter, till the very end.
One spark is all it takes to ignite the stars!
Peak indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And this is Blazing Championship Season 1, and you're tuned in on to the third place match of tonight. And this is best of 3 series. We are already done with game number 1, with Senju got 1 ball, getting 1 point in this series. A very swift and fast victory, an absolute domination over Team Giyattt. And let's see if they can bring their Giyatts into this game and can do something to stop Team Senju. Got 1 ball's domination, or they're just gonna clean sweep. And the answers will be here soon. I'm your Kasare again, and joining me would be Sarah. You can see she's all suited up on the side while I have Zushin behind me. But anyways, let's just straight move into the draft. And Sarah, what do you think? This is gonna be a clean sweep?
I do have the feeling that it is going to be a clean sweep, but being at the position at which we are right now, we definitely hope that Team Giyattt will also be trying for that comeback to settle the score for a 1-1, if you know what I mean. They have the potential, they just need to execute it better. Their last draft, it wasn't the best, it wasn't that admirable, especially the Kufra pick, I would say. But this game, if they rethink and reconsider their choices once again, we would be able to see a much better draft and a much better gameplay.
Anyways, the draft should be here anytime, ladies and gentlemen. And yep, we are looking forward to the game, and they do have potential. I mean, after all, they made it to the semi-finals, and technically, even if they lose, they are the 4th top team in this tournament. So they have the potential, but we'll have to see if they will be able to stop, because Senju got 1 ball. Their potential is definitely more than just 1 ball. Lots of balls, actually. I can't count. But anyways, I mean, into the previous game, the Kufra, just like I said, Kufra is a very high risk hero right now. Like, even if you're very well capable, especially against the Matilda, I feel like you just kind of give the enemy the escape tools, and it's just not looking good for them. And I mean, it's all about the engage. If you make the engage, you really need the follow up to come up. And I feel like Fredrin cannot provide that, because Fredrin himself is the person who gives you the window to engage. So, anyways, we're just going to be starting off with the draft. And in the previous game, we saw Sicilian and Granger, as well as Matilda. All three heroes went to Team Senju. Do you think Giyattt will be making the same mistake?
That might be a possibility, but then again, it like people learn right after the first game. They will definitely have learned to have bad out the Matilda and call it Ray. Good job there, and it did get banned out by the side of Team Giyattt. While the side of Team Senju here, they might ban out on the Bruno, even though he wasn't that much of a threat. And honestly, at this point, I feel like the Bruno, he has a lot of counters open, and instead we should ban out stuff like the Jokshin, which Team Senju did here, the Gatotkacha, who is much more in towards the meta, and even the Fovius could be banned out by the side of Team Senju because the Fovius was the only one in the previous game who had some kind of an impact during the team fights.
Exactly. And let's see what will happen in this game as well. And definitely about the Phobia side, pretty highly, and that was their only threat. Other than that, I feel like it was a very swift game. And with that, we are almost done. Quite identical, not identical. Matilda was left out open. The Fanny was banned out as well as the Joy, and I feel like Zushin as well. So let's see what other options. I feel like probably if Team Giyattt wants to perhaps pick up the Sicilian or maybe just the Granger, they should ban one of the heroes out because both of them are threat, and you don't want to leave one hero out, especially for a team like Senju who can easily dominate you. And there we go. I was right on point. Looks like they might just go for the Sicilian instead.
Exactly so. And the Sicilian ban might just be possible here, but it is actually the Granger who got banned out by Team Gia. They definitely don't want to see that skill spammer hero countering their goal laner so badly. And here they might actually pick up the Bruno once again since they have the first pick. But that still leaves the Layla and any high range mid laner such as the Eve or the Farsa to be picked up in towards the draft for the side of Team Senju. Even the Hayabusa is still open who can knock down a Bruno so very easily. So Team Giyattt would really have to think this through. They might actually lock in on towards a mid laner, probably the Eve who has risen up to the meta so well to counter those immobile gold laners, while the Gutted Kacha is also a very good choice who is going to be open in the draft for the side of Team Giyattt right now. But once again, they are going to be taking their time, they're thinking it out, but of course, they lock in their comfort, they go ahead with that Bruno pick once more.
I do understand it's a comfort as well as the fact that they're paying respect to Senju because giving the Senju, I mean, their team name, Senju got one ball. You don't want to give out the guy who has a lot of balls. So I understand that. But at the same time, I feel like perhaps going for a Sicilian was better option, but Senju, they have a different strategy themselves because look at that. Tao is the one coming up. I do understand the Suyo pick though. He is one of the really best junglers in the meta. That is understandable. But a Tao over a Sicilian looks like Senju, they're flexing a little bit. They're like, if you want to pick up the Sicilian, go ahead. But you will have to face the way of the dragon.
Exactly. The Cho going to be coming in handy, and another Cho at a disco party looking very interesting. The Sicilian and the Cho having the time of their lives. And the Sicilian and Edith as well as the Brodo, that gives Team Giyattt a lot more range as compared to that of the first game. But Team Senju here not giving any chances. I think that's similar to the TLID draft which we saw in game number 2 this time, I think. And then again, the Cho, Suyo, and Luo E looking very strong right now. And Cho here can easily kick off any of those heroes which have been picked by the side of Team Giyattt. And Team Senju will definitely get the pick off because of the yin yang reaction coming in during the team fights. As for the bans, the Hilda has been banned out, and now another Bruno counter, which is the Layla, will be taken out by the side of Team Giyattt. Senju got one ball though, they could definitely go ahead with the Claude pick here to try and get into the back line and take down the Sicilian while marking down the Bruno as well with the Blazing Duet. But the Alpha ban will be coming in from the side of Team Senju. Maybe they do not want that Shredder hero open, and the last ban from Team Giyattt just confirms how much of goal and priority they are going to be giving this game. Because that's literally 3 to 4 counters getting banned out, especially since they counter that Bruno so well. And now for the pick phase, though, it's going to be a Benedetta getting picked up in the EXP lane. That is something very, very new, Ray.
I feel like it's been such a long while that I've seen a Benedetta into that EXP lane. I was not prepared for it. I That was the last of the heroes that I was thinking, but he kind of makes sense considering the fact that Khalid's whole being the meta thing was the fact that he can easily rotate the lanes the fastest, and Benedetta is just the strongest contender to it. At the same time, if you're going, damage Benedetta, you're closely unkillable. Like you're uncatchable, and also even if they catch you, they cannot burst you down. So I feel like a tank Benedetta would be very well, but at the same time, if Senju wants to go for the damage Benedetta. I have played damage Benedetta only like maybe 2 times, and it is a little bit weak in the early game. But once you get the full build, it is really hard to like you cannot sustain it at all. Like Bruno, he will get one shotted by the ult itself, and that is basically probably their insurance policy, making sure that Sicilian or Bruno, they will never be in safety. They will never be at the comfort. They will always have to play it safe and not, and that is one of the things because when there's an assassin, you have to play in a position that is not comfortable to you, and that makes you make a few more mistakes, especially considering the fact that they have the diversion as well. The draft does close for Team Giyattt. They're going for the standard draft with, the Ling and the Tiger, but I'm really curious to see how Senju got one ball will be executing this very unconventional draft that you will probably not see in many matches.
Exactly so, and with that, Ray, we are already on to the game number 2 for the game number 2, excuse me. But then again, oh, it's a Ling in the Hyper against the Suyo. That is definitely a good choice, because the Nathan as well as the Suyo will definitely get countered by the Ling unless and until Amocha makes a really good play and just outplays that Ling. And look at that early game aggression coming in from the side of Shenzhou. He's just going to be poking them in and out left and right, especially after he gets the Fury Hammer and the Thunderbolt. He can also go in for the background. Look at Amocha on towards the blue buff. He is already trying for a possible invade. The Sicilian and the Tiger will have to move back to protect their junglers, but that's the early game aggression which the side of Team Senju will be showing on for both of these teams.
Anyways, okay, bot lane.
Okay, Hobam looking really low at the moment. A perfect rotation coming in on time from the Luoi and the Suyo. And now even the top lane is going to have a full-on aggression by the side of Team Giyattt. They get the Sanguine Claws onto the Nathan, but they do not get a proper engage, and Nathan will just be clearing his lane and farming in peace as the bot lane tier 1 is getting chunked down by Luoi as well as Benedetta. Ling getting chunked down so low will have to back off. Still has his Tempest of Blades, so that's a major resource saved. Benedetta now here going to be rotating on towards the mid to get that level 4 Ray.
I mean, overall, Team Senju got one ball. Their rotations, as well as their engages from the first to the second game, has been very brilliant, and they are doing an excellent job, and they are able to get the level 4 power spike earlier than Team Giyattt already, and they're already into the turtle. Let's see. I mean, Suyo, he has the better. Okay, Amocha already taken down quite low.
Okay, Amocha getting low, but steals away the turtle from the hands of Ling. The DNA reaction coming in perfectly on time. Merida uses the electrifying blow, goes in onto the backline, and the Amocha finds a kill onto Oi, who is onto the roam this time. Definitely a change of roles coming in. Lisa chasing down Haobam as much as possible on that Cho, and Benedetta will be finding that kill right away, even after taking down the turtle.
It is just mad impressive the amount of synergy that the team Senju got one ball has, because you think that Ling was on higher HP, and since Suyo was in lower HP, you'll think Ling has the better overall chances because Suyo would be looking to retreat, but Chao came in at the nick of time, right at the moment when it was necessary, not earlier, not later, exactly when it was needed, knocked up Ling and was able to help Suyo secure the turtle with the Soul Sever and the Retribution combo. and because of it, they get the turtle. They are already into a 4-kill lead. 0 score for Team Giyattt so far, and already a 2.5k goal lead ahead as well. And that is the early aggression they already created. Just what, under 3 minutes of the game, because as I speak, 20 seconds have already passed, and it is Team Senju got one ball. It is sad to say for Team Giyattt, but they are on a different level because look at that onto top lane.
Okay, and the perfect rotation coming in from the side of Team Senju. And look at that, the Tempest of Blaze bladed right away and will easily be trying to be taken down by Mocha, who gets that blade right on point. The electrifying blow definitely interrupted. Immunes it, but will be taken down because of the turret damage. Oh, he also going to be taken down very low. Will have to retreat right away. It's a very risky position though. Amucha might just find the kill, and he does. He gets the unstoppable. Not the best bush to recall. And Team Senju definitely in the lead, taking down those turrets and objectives along with the kills left and right. Ray.
At this point, I'm not really sure what the game plan for Team, Giyattt would be. I do understand the fact that they have a lot of late game. They have the Ling, they have the Cecil, and they have the Bruno. Okay, diversion play coming into the top lane. Better watch out, Bruno, because there's people coming in.
Okay. Bruno has to be playing very safe. He's completely alone though. Look at his team. That Tigreal and Cecilian are so far away from their goal laner that he sits at the risk of getting picked up so very easily by the Louis. Louis, though, getting chunked down a little bit too low. Or getting the stun on time because otherwise Lisa gets the implosion onto one person. But Amocha, but that is not going to be enough. Amocha will just find the kill with that dash, gets the monster kill, but has to go away from that situation. Link finds his blades with Tempest of Blades coming in on time, but Halban goes in with the aid. It will be trying to look for a kill, gets the attack speed on towards Lisa. Lisa will be chunked down very low, finds the kill, he takes down Lisa, but once again Vendetta will also be very low, but Nathan is going to be chucking down the turrets towards the bot side though. But here another turtle will be taken down by Team Giyattt, this time looking slightly stronger as compared to that of the first game, and they definitely still have a chance considering the fact they have the Cecilian and the Bruno in their late game favor.
Well, already we are seeing how much gold lead. We're seeing not much actually, just quite yet. Okay, Wave the Dragon does come in. Let's see. Oh, top lane, how bomb. He might be taken down.
Look at that. We are definitely going to see something. And oh wow, Bruno actually finds the kill onto that Benedetta. A little bit of an overextension coming in from their side, but here they're going to be looking for the mid tier 1. The Sanguine Claws doesn't connect on towards anyone, but Tigreal will be getting poked out by that Nathan so fast and will have to recall back to safety. But another wave is going to be coming in. Does Team Senju for them? But look at the diversion play at the way of the dragon on towards Ling. The Tempest of Gaze gets forced out. He survives with the regeneration spell a little bit too close for comfort. Amucha though is getting chunked down pretty low. Haibam still has the Earth Shatter, doesn't connect. Will be looking for the chase, but no, the Yunan reaction change. But okay, Nathan finds a kill as Amocha also finds a kill on towards Album. Things are definitely looking so very spicy at the moment. Another diversion play going to be coming in on towards the red buff side, with Coconut being the only one who finds the teleport. Okay, look at that, the entropy comes in, a lot of damage being dealt out by the Nathan. But the implosion connects on to do Purify into play. Will be finding the kill on towards OE instead. That is just how fair he is at the moment, while Louis will be trying to defend his tier 1. Is not very successful at that, but definitely a smart move with that teleport. The fight's just ending, man. Look at the Benedetta chasing down the Link back to his base and just taking those hits. But Haubam and Amoch, I don't know what they are doing at the moment. Another diversion coming in. The ultimate gets used up. Oh, nice damage coming in from the Edith right there. But the kill will be secured by Nathan instead. Takes down the Bruno in the split of an eye, while Link finds the shutdown on towards Nathan finally. Benedetta, please stop skirmishing. Ray, please carry on from you. Thank you.
No issues, Sarah. Like, Senju got one ball. They're just balling out at this point. They're not stopping a single second, and that's why Sarah is getting breathless. Because, I mean, I understand their mentality, but okay, into the turtle fight, Tempest of Blades being used. Was that the Retribution being used up as well? Yep, Mocha used up the No, it was not. I just mistook it, but okay, Implosion play coming in as well. But Suyo, it was not the Suyo, it was actually the Luo capturing the kill. Another Diversion play coming in. I don't think Tiger would be surviving it. Fast Priest being used, trying to help out the teammate. Okay, Mocha surviving literally at 1 HP. Will he be able to get out? And the answer is sadly no, but it doesn't matter because he was able to do so much for his team that at this point of the game that Haubam is the only one standing, as Roberto will be getting taken down as well. And right now the Elemental Lord is already up and only 8 minutes 40 seconds into the game, and Senju got one ball. They don't have one but multiple turrets, multiple structure into their game, and they have so much map control, so much aggression. Look at them, they are not even letting Ling get the blue buff in peace. Nathan secures the kill on the meow 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 and Nathan is completely
wow. The way of the dragon pushes the Sicilian backs to safety. And look at Haubam. What is the attack speed actually? Is he playing on the Inspire? That is a bold move to pull off against a team like Team Senju. But the Edith Inspire definitely played out well in that team fight. At least he found the triple and gave his team enough time to try and scale up a little bit more. And now all of them are back alive while 2 are still dead from the side of Team Senju. But look at the Luoi though. She is so well in position to burst down both Bruno and Ling if her first kill shatters from the Lord. But look at the diversion play coming in. Tigreal does spot them, but they don't spot the diversion. They get the yin-yang reaction. Doesn't really do much of a damage. The Lord is still getting bursted down by the Bruno. They should really reset it. Not the best situation. Take a fight. Benedetta is also going to be joining them in the team fight. Ling still a bit far away. The implosion connects onto 2. Oh, that's not an implosion, my bad. The Lisa will be getting the knockup, and Nathan finds a kill onto a Cecilia. Namocha steals away the Lord. As expected, double kill for that Nathan. Definitely a huge overextend coming in from the side of Team Giyattt. Ling finding 1 kill in the midst of it all will be forced to use the Tempest of Blades and amidst 3 people, and now he will be looking to back out because there's only 2 left from the side of Team Giyattt, and the mid lane minions are looking strong. I've got to be marching down, left away. The Lord along the top side. The lane's not synced though, so Team Giyattt definitely has a chance to defend this Lord at least here. The Blade Surge comes in, he has to escape. There's a lot of turret damage coming in, and Namota finds the escape.
Very, I mean, from the hands of Team Giyattt, it was a little bit of a messy gameplay, and I just noticed how Bomb had the Inspire, but I do understand the mentality behind they wanted to go full all in, but that's the weakness of it as well, because Wave the Dragon, whenever it connected into Edith is not able to utilize the spell as well. Okay, is that a diversion play right into the base, Sarah?
Okay. Team Senju is so confident at the moment. They should be. They have the farm. Look at the Bruno trying his best to deal the damage. The Earth Shatter does connect onto the Nathan, but Amucha looking for the Blade Surge, which connects as well. You're going to be looking for the base, but the Bling has the Retribution, uses it on the minion to clear it out. Benedetta taking a lot of damage. Will be looking for the escape. The Entropy right inside the base, providing the vision as much as possible. While here, the Nathan gets the beautiful kill onto that Ling in a split second. That is what a Fed Nathan does to you. The Inspire getting used up by Obama in that Edith ultimate form, while the kill on towards Amoja, but will not be enough to take anything down. Nathan surviving with 1 HP, trying to take down the turret. Realizes the mid inhibitor is still standing, goes in for it. The Sanguine Claws comes into play by the Sicilian, but the Nathan with the Entropy play, the faster hands, much faster than Amoja, I would say here. But here gets the kill on towards the Sicilian, the mid. Okay, the bot tier lane is also looking so strong. The Electro Final Blow comes into play, takes down the minions right away, but Bruno will be enough to clear out the minions as Team Senju realizes that we're looking for to back up, but Ling with the engage, forces the Tempest of Blades. A good figure out by Coconut, but will still be taken down by the Bruno, who fights the shutdown. Lisa also very low here, will be looking to escape as far as possible. Bruno shouldn't be the one chasing. He knows that Amocha is going to be coming for his back off. That is why he's going to be baiting the Bruno, but okay, Bruno takes a step back. He realizes and gets back to safety.
Bruno seems like their only bone of contention right now, because obviously, right now, it's almost 30 minutes into the game. He does have 3 of his core items. He should probably get perhaps maybe a Rose Gold, because you're facing against Nathan right now, because look at the damage coming in from the Nathan himself, Julius Sisters, and Chao. Okay, that is a little bit of a bad kick, but okay. Let's see. Oh, Roberto figures the kill into the Chao as I speak. But Nathan better watch out. Oh, look at the base. Look at the base.
Mocha looking for the base and they realize it a little too late. Oh, what? The retribution, it doesn't. Okay! Finds the kill! He finds the base all for himself, even after the minion was cleared. That just shows the sheer amount of dedication he had just for that crystal. He kept us focused, he took us down, and Team Senju here will be securing the third place in this Blazing Shadow tournament. And they will be taking the series away with a 2-0 in their favor.
What just absolutely happened? I was not expecting that would be working out. I mean, you think that there was a wave, like I felt like Team Giyattt will be able to defend it, but no. Amocha just one step ahead, not just one step. He was literally into the base and doing his absolute best to push it, and he was able to successfully do that. I like the game was impressive from the hands of Team Senju got one ball, obviously, especially considering the fact that the other team is going for a full-on late game. So it only makes sense that to continue on with the early aggression. But I was feeling maybe this game would be a little bit more 50-50 because the Bruno was scaling up a little bit. That's the reason he got the MVP loss right now. But at the same time, Amocha just seeing the fault in the composition, in what was happening, and he realized that there is a window, and he immediately jumped out of it and secured the base and finished it off this clean game in just 2-0. It is very impressive.
Exactly so. And this is definitely one of the best matches I have witnessed so far. Good play coming in by Haobam though. I must really appreciate dealing 33% of the damage from his team alone as an EXP laner and playing on the Inspire against that much of crowd control and a team with the the forte of Team Senju, that Hawam did a really good job. So definitely, Team Giyattt, they have the potential. They really need to keep practicing and come back again next season if they want to take away the third place away from Team Senju.
Exactly. I feel like, into this game, Team Giyattt did try as much as they could, but it just Senju got one ball. They were operating on a different momentum altogether. Their early game aggression from even at the the first game, we saw that they had the late game heroes, but right from the beginning, they maintained their aggression, and that is something that a lot of teams can, learn about it. I do understand they went in for a lot of brawl, but I feel like the punishment was not coming in. If you're not able to punish those brawl kind of engages, you won't be able to win out the early game. And to have that, you also need a stronger draft. And it is just that Team Senju got one ball, they were one step ahead. And with that, they'll be getting this series 2-0, and they will be securing the third place. And we'll have to look out for the first and the second, basically the winners of Blazing Championship Season 1. What do you say, Sarah?
Exactly so. And tomorrow, Eliminators and Lakshmi Chit Fund, two of the very big names in the Indian community, will be going up against each other in a best of 7 grand final of this big tournament. And we will be seeing them tomorrow along with some of our other amazing casters. So definitely, that will be it for today though. Team Senju, congratulations on the win and the third place. So definitely, we will see you people tomorrow. As for today, we take our leaves. This was Ray and Sarah, and good night, everyone.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for the final tomorrow.